Hello students! Today, I'm going to discuss with you the lessons in Quarter 3 of Grade 8 Music from Week 1 to Week 8. This video covers the following lessons: the music of India, the music of Pakistan, and the music of Israel. Did you enjoy learning and experiencing the music of East Asia in our past lesson? Then, today, let us experience how music is performed in India, Pakistan, and Israel. In this quarter, you will learn about the vocal and instrumental music of these countries. We'll also get a glimpse of their cultural context, social functions, and performance styles in their music compositions. Lesson 1. Music of India. India is one of the largest countries in South Asia. Its music is very broad. It is as vast as its geographic location and as large as its demographic population. The music of India reflects different aspects of Asian culture through its timbre, rhythm, melody, texture, form, and style. In general, Indian music remains fundamental to the lives of the people as a source of spiritual inspiration, cultural expression, and entertainment. Have you ever watched a Hindu singing or dancing? What is your impression on their way of singing or dancing? How important is music to their daily life? The vocal music of India. India's classical music tradition includes the Carnatic and Hindustani music, which have developed over many centuries. Music of India also includes several types of folk and popular music. One aspect of vocal music uses melismatic singing with nasal vocal quality. When compared with the Philippine music, melismatic singing is only used in chanting epics and the Passion. Singing based on a set of pitches was popular even during the Vedic times. The Samagana style of singing developed into a strong and diverse tradition over several centuries, becoming an established part of the contemporary tradition in India. The hymns in Samaveda, a sacred text, were sung as Samagana and are chanted. Samaveda is the third of the four Vedas of Hinduism, but ranks next to Rig Veda in terms of its sanctity and liturgical importance. Rig Veda is also sang in the Samagana traditional singing style. Because of its liturgical importance, Rig Veda is counted as first among the four canonical sacred texts of Hinduism known as Vedas. Rig Veda is an ancient Indian sacred collection of Vedic Sanskrit hymns. Some of its verses are still recited as Hindu prayers at religious functions and other occasions. And here are the characteristics of traditional music from India. First, it is a Carnatic music. Carnatic music refers to the music from South India. It is directed to a Hindu god, which is why it is called temple music. Unlike Hindustani music, Carnatic music is unified, where schools are based on the same ragas. The same solo instruments, just like veena, flute, violin, and the same rhythm instruments, just like the mridangam and the ghatam. Music pieces are mainly set for the voice and with lyrics. Compositions called karti are devotional songs. Next characteristic is Hindustani music. Hindustani music goes back to the Vedic period around 1000 BC. It is further developed in the 13th and 14th centuries AD, with Persian influences from existing religious and folk music. It is predominantly found in the northern and central regions. It is influenced by ancient Hindu musical traditions, historic Vedic religion or Vedic philosophy, native Indian sounds, and enriched by the Persian performance practices of the Mughal era. Nasal singing is observed in their vocal music. In North India, the most common style of singing is called Khyal. a word which means imagination. After learning about the vocal music of India, the next topic will help you learn the instrumental music of India. There are many musical instruments in India. Some instruments are used primarily in North, which is called Hindustani Sangeet, while many other instruments are used in South, which is called Carnatic Sangeet. Instrumental music is often similar to vocal music, but sometimes they have distinctive instrumental styles. There are 5 known traditional systems for classification of instruments. And here are the classification of instruments from India: Avanad, Gan, Soshir, Vitat, and Tat. First is the Gan. Gan is described as a non-membranous percussive instrument, but with solid resonators. It is one of the oldest classes of instrument in India. It may also be a melodic instrument or instruments to keep tal. Here are examples of Gan: Gatam, Karta, Manjira, and Naut. Next is Avanad. Avanad is described as a membranous percussive instrument. This class of instruments typically comprise the drums. And here are the examples: Daf, Tabla, and Dol. Third is Soshir. It is also known as blown air. It is characterized by the use of air to excite the various resonators. And here are the examples: Bansuri, Shehnai, Shank, and Surpeti. The fourth one is called Tat. It is referred to as Veena during the old civilization. Instruments in this class are plucked-stringed instruments. And here are the examples: Sitar, Ektar, Gautavajam, Gapik Hand, and the Rebab. Last but not the least, it is called Vitat. Vitat is described as bowed string instruments. This is one of the oldest classifications of instruments, and yet did not occupy a place in classical Indian music until the last few centuries. And here are the examples: Banam, Esraj, Sarangi, and Chikara. Here are some points to remember. Rhythm plays an important role in Indian music. It is fundamental to the creation of any musical system. Certainly, from a historical standpoint, rhythm existed many centuries ago, before the word rag was ever used. Given this historical preeminence, it is not surprising that rhythm occupies an important position in the Indian system of music. Tala. Tala literally means clap and is also called tal, taal, or taala. Tala is a regular, repeating rhythmic phrase, particularly as rendered on a percussive instrument with an ebb and flow of various intonations, represented as teka, and is the common Indian system of rhythm. Next, teka. Teka is a sequence of drum syllables or bol. In Indian classical music, both Hindustani classical music and Carnatic music use complex tools to create elaborate patterns of rhythm. Next one is the tabla. Tabla is the most common instrument for keeping rhythm in Hindustani music. And another one is mridangam. Mridangam is the most common instrument for keeping rhythm in Carnatic music. It is also called mridang. Lesson 2. The music of Pakistan. Central Asian music encompasses numerous different musical styles originating from a large number of sources. Though Pakistan is a part of South Asia, its western part is considered as an extension of Central Asia. Pakistan is known for its unique vocals. The distinctive Pakistani sound was formed with the multiple influences not only from the various parts of South Asia but it also includes diverse elements from Central Asia, Persia, Turkey, and the Arab world. The vocal music of Pakistan. Pakistan is known for its two vocal styles in singing. First is called the Ghazal. Traditional expressions of love, separation, and loneliness. It tells about both the pain of loss of the lover and the beauty of love in spite of that pain. Its structural requirements are more strict than those of most poetic forms traditionally written in English. It is considered by many to be one of the principal poetic forms in the Persian civilization. The second one is called Qawwali, the devotional music of the Christi order, a vibrant musical tradition that stretches back more than 7,000 years. It is originally performed mainly at Sufi shrines throughout the subcontinent and gained mainstream popularity. Instrumental music. We have the so-called Punjabi music. Punjabi music strengthens the importance of musical instruments in Pakistan. Punjab is a region in South Asia which is divided into West Punjab, Pakistan and East Punjab, India. Bhangra, one of the most recognized forms of Punjab, is based on the drum rhythm of Dol. Significant instruments of Pakistan. We have tabla, we have dholak, harmonium, and rubab. Pakistan acted as a major crossroad for various cultures between Central Asia, South Asia, and West Asia. This paved the way for the similarities of vocal music throughout the region. Lesson 3. Music of Israel.